Hi everyone, welcome to this week's episode of 5 Minute Fridays. Okay, so today we have a fun one, and I'm sorry this week I went quite a bit past 5 minutes, but it's worth it. Stay until the end to watch some of the outtakes. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, I have 3 awesome stepkids, all of whom are teenagers and all of whom love pasta. So I decided I wanted to do a little experiment and use them as my guinea pigs. But before we get into some of the hilarious video footage of this little project, let me explain what I was trying to do. As many of you know, I am a gut health freak. It's the area of health and wellness I study the most and the area I love to teach because I truly believe that all disease begins in the gut. So a healthy gut equals a healthy body. Without getting too sciencey, let me explain one basic concept. Inside our entire digestive tract, we have what's called the microbiome. The microbiome is a huge conglomerate of trillions of microscopic cells. For a very basic understanding of what the microbiome is, and for those of you out there that really understand this concept, I'm making this explanation as simple as possible, and I'm well aware it is more complicated than this. But for the sake of this quick video, the microbiome is a balance of good and bad bacteria. Yes, we have both of them in us all the time. When the good and the bad are in balance, things stay calm and they're in there and the body sings kumbaya. When the bad bacteria gets out of balance, this is when things go wrong. And again, in a nutshell, the bad bacteria feeds off of sugar and the good bacteria feeds off of fiber. So when we have a diet too high in sugar, the bad bacteria starts having a heyday and the good bacteria gets out of balance. So what's one of the solutions to this problem? Feeding the good bacteria more fiber. It's food of choice. Now here's the problem. 2 problems actually. Most kids these days eat a diet that has been massively stripped of fiber. They eat mostly white foods, white bread, white pasta, French fries, chicken fingers, bagels, cereals, etc., etc. And so many adults have switched to a low-carb diet, and they too have had a lot of fiber stripped from their diet. Now, when I say eat carbs, I'm not suggesting you run out and shove your face into a pizza. I'm suggesting you figure out ways to eat the right kind of carbs with higher levels of fiber. So coming full circle with my original quest, I wanted to find some pastas with much higher fiber levels that the kids might actually like. So here's how the experiment went. First, I wanted to use spaghetti for all testing so that we were comparing apples to apples, so to speak. Between the 3 major grocery stores in our town, I found 6 high-fiber spaghetti options. Then I made a big pot of spaghetti meat sauce, organic grass-fed beef, of course, so that, again, all the variables were exactly the same besides the actual pasta. Then I asked them not to say anything to each other between the 6 rounds and write down what they thought of each one on their own because I did not want them influencing each other. So take a look at the first part of our experiment. Okay, so first I was very pleased that the crew followed my rules and really participated. Let me go through what they were eating. Oh, and before I forget, some of these pastas have gluten and some do not. Since we don't have gluten issues in this crew, I was more interested in the fiber content than I was in finding a gluten-free pasta. The first pasta was Barilla brand whole grain thin grain pasta. So this does have gluten, but also a whopping 7 grams of fiber per serving. The second pasta was a brand called Banza, and it's made from chickpeas. This is a gluten-free brand and has 5 grams of fiber, but a whopping 13 grams of protein, which I was very surprised by. The third pasta was 365 Everyday brand whole wheat spaghetti, which was different from number 1, as this one was more regular spaghetti, and the first one was a thin spaghetti. This also has 6 grams of fiber. The fourth was a brand called Ancient Harvest Pow, and this pasta is made with green lentils, has 7 grams of fiber and 14 grams of protein. The fifth one was called Andean Dream, and this pasta was made from quinoa, and it has 3 grams of fiber. And the sixth and final was Whole Foods Market brand, and it is made with red lentils with 6 grams of fiber and 14 grams of protein. So as you can see, the pastas made with beans have very high levels of both protein and fiber, and the pastas made with whole wheat have very high levels of fiber, but not quite as high in protein, but still pretty good, coming at 6 to 8 grams per serving. In case you're wondering why I didn't test any rice-based pastas, the reason is that while the rice-based pastas are gluten-free, they are very low in fiber, and the point of this was to find high-fiber pastas. Okay, so drum roll, what were the winners? The top 2 winners unanimously in the group were the 2 whole wheat options, both the thin and the regular spaghetti. were liked by all. I had a personal preference for the thin. The pasta coming in third was the green lentil pasta, which I was very surprised by. Coming in fourth was the quinoa pasta. Fifth was the chickpea pasta, which when I was cooking it was the stickiest of all the pastas, so a little more challenging to work with. And in sixth and final place was the red lentil pasta. This pasta was just a little too firm in texture and was unanimously disliked. So there you have it. Everyone agreed the pastas were better than they thought they would be, but I'm glad I had them try them before they knew what was in the pasta that they were eating. Because if I went in with, hey, you guys are going to have pasta made with green lentils tonight, there's no way they would have been open to trying it and actually be open to liking it. In just a moment, I'm going to show you some of the outtakes of our funny evening. But before I do that, if you would like a list of the pastas we tried, as well as a list I compiled of other high fiber pasta options I found in blog posts and stuff, there's a link in my blog post to get the free download. Just go to saltwaterwellness.com/blog and you can find the post there. I hope this helps you and your family get more fiber into your daily routine. And thank you so much to my little family for helping me with this experiment. Thanks for watching. And now here you go with the outtakes.
I said better than number one, but still just okay.
I said weird texture, fine taste.
Okay.
I said tastes like a vegetable. This ain't pasta.
I said it was my second favorite.
Number 4.
Behind number 3.
Okay.
I said low key tastes like dirt, but good.
Number 4 is made with green lentils.
What the?
Interesting.
That one was good though.
Okay, so then
that.
which was your favorite? Like,
Oh,
if you had
I'm
to
supposed
pick
to agree number 3.
Number 3. Number 1 was my favorite.
Okay.
So the
number
2
one.
whole wheats.
Yeah. Holy.
Oh, the green lentil.
No, I like the green lentil one.
No ramen. I think. Is that
Yeah,
ramen?
yeah, this was the wrong one.
Number 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was
That
your
was my second
your favorite gluten-free.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Do they have nutritious mac and cheese?
two.
It wasn't that bad. Actually, it's pretty good.
I'm
Yeah.
full. Okay.
Signing
Not-
off. XOXO.
Gerd, okay.
Gerd.